Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV. Hope you're all well today. Here for the Champions League draw. Didn't come in for the first 40 minutes because I think you guys know it's really not worth it. Obviously, there's not just a Champions League draw. There's some UEFA awards being handed out. Is it going to be KDB? Is it going to be Lewandowski? It's not going to be Neuer as the best player, whatever. But anyway. Yeah, mainly for the Champions League draw. I mean, individual awards, doesn't matter. It's nice to get them, but to be honest, it's not the be-all and end-all, even though we whinge about it at times. But usually we whinge about it when it's obvious, when it's an obvious con. And we will see who City get. And guys, feel free. If you come on, whoever comes on, if you see parts of the draw before me, because obviously I'm going to rely on Twitter for my information as well as any pings I get. Let me know. Let me know if you hear parts of the draw. That's worth it. I'm interested. Okay, let me get this right. I'm interested about other clubs and what happens to them, but I'm not massively going to cry about other clubs and what they get at the champ. It'd be nice if you get teams with a tough draw, but I'm not going to worry. I think the worst draw could be, off the top of my head, I think was obviously getting Bayern Munich, Atalanta, and possibly Marseille. I mean, to be honest, pots 3 and 4, they're not stuffed to the brim with quality teams, or teams that you'd be automatically afraid of. I think in pot 3, you've got Leipzig, but if we get Bayern Munich in pot 1, then you won't get Leipzig because they're from Germany. So that's going to be interesting to see, who pops out. Let me stick on the BBC channel and see if they're going through it as well. To be honest, I could watch it, but on the UEFA channel, I'm not massively bothered. My kids are going out to play tennis. Yeah. My kids are going out. I'm just letting them to know, saying bye-bye to them. So Joshua Kimmich, best defender in the Men's Champions League. Lyon's Wendy Renard was the Women's Award for Champions League best defender. I tell you what, it is a bit boring watching all that. Anyway, the group so far, it makes no odds. Let's be honest, it makes no odds what the groups are. But Group A, Bayern Munich. Group B, Real Madrid. Group C, Porto. Group D, Liverpool. Group E, Sevilla. Group F, Zenit, St. Petersburg. Group G, Juventus. Group H, Paris Saint-Germain. It's quite funny, actually. On the BBC, they put these up. People can give them a like or a dislike. And people are giving likes just for the name of the group. And you can obviously guess which club has got the most likes. Still not 1,000, but you can guess that. I mean, there's other bits and pieces going on, but to be honest, I used to watch these. I used to watch these draws, but I'm not gonna, because if I put the volume on, then you guys hear the volume, so it's not gonna work out, is it, guys? So anyway, we're here watching this. Let's see if nobody's in the house watching me. I do wonder sometimes if I press the right buttons when there's no one joining me. I do wonder if you're on your own. But let's have a quick drink then, or a slow drink. I think I came out a bit later than I expected. Anyway, we are live and no one's here. It's just me on my own. I never had a stream. I don't think I ever had a stream where nobody came on. I always get somebody, hey, Robert Robertson. I was just saying, I've never had a stream where nobody's been on. And thankfully, someone's come on, and that's you. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Who do you want? Group of death, I called it, would be with Bayern Munich. It would be with Atalanta. Atalanta, not a bad side. And with Marseille, probably, or Locomotive, all that trekking out over there. It's interesting. Let's see. I'm just watching someone commenting. My lads are going about the way they're doing this draw. It's an absolute blooming mess, isn't it? The way they do this draw. I mean, I know obviously it's done in such a way. My kids just keep waving at me. It's done in such a way to make as much money as possible, isn't it? And to drag it out as much as possible. But it's what it is. It's what it is, guys. Let's just close some windows down. Too much open. So what else? What else is going on? There's not. It's quiet in Cityland. You know, the rumours are that Pep. I think Pep said that Zinchenko is out for a week or two. They asked, is he going to stay? It's while I supported them, what was going on and everything else all the way through the summer, it does feel like a bit of a mess, and I think that's an understatement. It's turned out to be a bit of a cock up, hasn't it, guys? Let's be honest about it. It's not good. It's not good what's happened at the end. You know, where we're rushing around trying to buy players. It doesn't feel professional, and it's always felt professional. But I don't know what's going on this time. Let me just do some. Let me just tidy some stuff up, guys. Whilst we're here. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Who do you want? This is the question. Who do you want? It's just a couple of us on tonight, Robert. Who do you want in that draw? You know, do you want Bayern Munich? Do you want to play the best? Do you just want to face the best, you know, as they come up? Joshua Kimmich still talking, man. I mean, they really do drag these out. If you want to do other stuff another time. People are here just to listen to the Champions League draw. Let's be clear. If you want an awards night, do it separately. Don't lump it in with this to actually force people to watch it. Do it separately. And if your awards are good enough and everything else you're doing is good enough, they'll stand out on their own. We don't need all this rubbish. Anyway, let's give some dates for the games. It's not far away. Okay. The first set of games on the 20th and 21st of August. Next set of games a week after. Next set of games a week after that. Then we've got a little break. That's the 3rd and 4th of November. Then we've got a break of 3 weeks to the 24th and 25th of November. Then the next lots of games are a week after that. The next lot of games are a week after that. So by the end of this, by the 9th of December, we'll know who's through. So Chelsea are drawn out. I mean, I will see if I can put this UEFA thing on. But to be honest, I did this last year and last year on UEFA TV. I watched it. It didn't really help. Let me just see if I can. Let's go to UEFA.com and see if it's there. But it's always on a slight delay as well. But I'll stick it on and hope that it doesn't kill my. Hey MG, how you doing, buddy? We're watching that slow thing that is called the Champions League draw. And it is slow. So we've got in Group A, we've got Bayern and Atletico. Liverpool have got Ajax in Group D, nice and easy. Sevilla are in Group E with Chelsea, and Barcelona are with Juventus. That's a tasty group already. In terms of tasty groups, Bayern and Atletico already could be classed as a group of death. Juventus, Barcelona, it's not much easier. Liverpool, easy draw. I know. Are you guys saying it's an easy draw for Liverpool? Shakhtar Donetsk against Real Madrid. So we're left with Porto, Zenit, or Paris Saint-Germain. Now, personally, I'd go with Porto. I think they're going to be the easiest for us. Paris Saint-Germain would not be a nice start. But the other groups, I said, they're not that. They don't look that terrible unless you end up with Paris Saint-Germain and Atalanta. Then I think that's hard work. So Let's have a look who comes out. I think the BBC, I was watching on the BBC, they're even miles further behind. They just talked about Juventus and Barcelona. And I think they're a little bit behind what comes out on UEFA. Zenit in Group F is Dortmund. So City are left with Porto or PSG. 50-50, guys. Porto or PSG. Who would you like? Just listening to people walking past, because it's more interesting than the draw. Group F, that's Dortmund. Actually, it's slower on their TV than it is coming up on the screen. Group H, Man United with PSG. Get in there. City with Porto. So City in Group C with Porto. I think that's all right. If that's what it's come up with on, we have to be in Group C. Group C, City. Come on, Group C, City. City in Group C. City in Group C. That's, honestly, let's be honest. Out of all the draws, we could have had Porto or Zenit were the easiest. Porto, Zenit or Sevilla. We wouldn't have liked Bayern, Real Madrid, Juventus, PSG, and we couldn't have Liverpool. So Porto, I think, are a good draw for City. Irene Blue Chan, up you well, buddy. Porto are a really good draw for City. I'm dead chuffed with that. Really pleased. Couldn't have asked for more. Yeah, I'm just saying we couldn't have asked for much better than Porto. Porto, look, good side, but not good enough. I'll say it now. They ain't good enough, not for Man City. So, actually, it's interesting to see. Let's just close my... I was listening to Bolt from the Blue podcast because I was on it. See, BBC are miles behind. This is the BBC's live reporting. They're still talking about the Borussia Dortmund and Zenit St. Petersburg. They just dropped the Man United PSG. At least I'm a little bit ahead of that. So, City with Porto, what do you think, guys? Is that, hey, it's not bad. I would like a strong group, so it would make it City better. I'm mixed. Porto are a decent side, yeah, but we should beat them. And the other thing is, I want to win the group. You can argue it doesn't make that much difference these days, but I still want to win the group. There's all sorts of reasons. Prestige. KDB wins the middle of the season from UEFA. Hey, I'll put that up, Blue Chan. I'll get you up there. 16 teams. That's what the BBC said. 16 teams in 51 minutes. Oh, KDB was always going to win the midfielder of the year. Blue Chan. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's whether he'd be the player of the year. I think that's the only issue. Fancy a pizza tonight, but I don't know. First day of October. I'm so busy, guys. I don't think I've got time for pizza. Messages. I think that's my lad just saying he's arrived. Sorry, guys. Live calls. Let's just see what he's got to say for himself. Why don't you just say I'm here? He's going to play tennis instead of sending me a picture. But anyway, he's there. Now he's sending me a video. Kids there. They love doing that. Porto getting Hassan. Absolutely Hassan. Really couldn't have asked for better. You got Zenit St. Petersburg. You could argue and Sevilla. But let's be clear. We can't be disappointed with Porto. We've got to be pretty pleased with ourselves that we've landed Porto. Yeah, guys, busy day out. Whilst they're messing about now, before they do the rest of the job, tell you what, I've done that video with the lead judges. It's got a lot of positive response. A lot of positive response from Arsenal fans. But it's about Mikel Arteta. It's about Mikel Arteta, what he's done to change Arsenal, how we think possibly has he affected Man City. Are we worse than we were before we had Mikel Arteta left? He's definitely made a difference to them. So you can go and watch that video, guys. It's not going to get thousands of views, but it's I think on content, it's a decent video. It's a 30-minute chat with the lead judges. So we talk about Motorbike again. So we talk about Arteta joining Arsenal, what difference he's made, how he overcame City, how he's done well against the big clubs generally, in the cup run especially, and we look forward to who they're going to possibly buy, and the game against City a little bit. I mean, that's in a few weeks' time. So it's a good old chat with Lee. So go and check that out. And after I've done this video, I'm doing the preview with the Leeds fan. So I've got my jokes ready for him. So we'll do that. And then we've got the women's FA Cup semi-final. And by the time that's over, I'll be ready to hit the sack because I'll be bushed. So no more draw yet. Let's see what you guys are saying. Porto, we got Porto. Hey, Danny. Porto should be all right for us. And here we go. Always missed your heart. If you're a City fan, especially of the last 10 years, especially the time Joe was here, that came from Shrewsbury for, what was it, 100 grand or whatever. If you saw him coming through, the number of times he saved us, people dissed him for this and that. The number of times he saved us in big games, against top opposition, especially in Europe. You look at the faces of some of the attackers when Joe Hart pulled off saves, and they couldn't believe it. So you got to miss him. But we move on. Now it stays the same. Guess what, guys? If you go back 20 years, 15 years or so, I had long hair. So, life moves on. Blue John Lambretta, I don't know what it was, but it's Noisy Beggar, weren't it? And it was only a little piddly thing as well. So, let's see what's going down. So, still waiting for more of the draw. They're talking to KDB now. Yeah, I could put the volume. I finished with KDB. I'm not massively bothered about that. Chatting with KDB. Guys, give us some thumbs up. Give us some love. Get some love in the house tonight. So let's see. Waiting for more pots to be done. It is frustrating, isn't it, guys? They finished about 5 minutes ago, pot 2, and they're messing about waiting for pot 3. It's extremely frustrating. Let's take that one back up. Don't know when I'm going to try and squeeze in the. When am I going to squeeze in the player ratings? The women's game starts at 7:15. I'm doing I don't know how I'm going to squeeze that in, guys. I might squeeze it in after the women's game finishes because I've got the preview of the Leeds fan at 6:15. Women game starts at 7:15. So maybe about 9:30. Yeah, 9:30 sounds all right. It sounds like the time. I would have liked, if I didn't get the preview today, I thought I'd do the preview tomorrow, but it plopped in today. Otherwise, I'd have done it about 6 o'clock. I'd have done the play ratings. But hey, it is what it is, guys. So are we going to wait another 10 minutes before they recommence this draw? It is just so frustrating. So frustrating. Sorry, guys. There's not that I can do. This is just so boring. Blue Chen, 4 days to go. Don't remind me, buddy. Now, from what Pep was saying, apparently, Zinchenko's going to stay. The only person I've not heard anything about is Eric Garcia. And I hope he goes. I don't want him hanging around like a bad smell. The rumours are that he'll go for the price that Barcelona want to pay, or he'll go for free next summer. And that's just rubbish. It is really rubbish. So I'm not happy about that. So it is not good. Hey, Ilham Anugrah. You're going to have to get my Bahasa Indonesian out. Yeah? Selamat malam, Ilham. Selamat malam to you and welcome to the channel. Yeah? You like that? You like my Bahasa Indonesian? It is actually quite easy. But Salamat Malam is good evening. I tell you, to be honest, we used to learn Salamat Pagi when we were over there. That's what we used to learn. I hate being in this French thing. So, apa kabar? You're making me work now. You're making me work. That's what I used to teach my kids to say, the apa kabar. I've got to be honest. Okay, I don't know Bahasa Indonesian. I'll be very honest. Can I say bagus? See, I'm going to give you a clue. Don't know Bahasa Indonesian. Sorry, guys. Hold my hands up. Hold my hands up. But I did know a bit of Bahasa Malay. So for Arman, how shall I say? Sehat. Sehat? Was that all right for you, buddy? Sehat. Let's look at this draw. I'm still bored. Krasnodar are in Group E. Leipzig in Group H. I'm not going to read them all out because it is a bit boring, but that's a tough old group. Paris Saint-Germain, Man United, and RB Leipzig. Was it Leipzig got to the semi-finals? That's going to be talk about a group of death. And I hope United die in that group. Banter Club City. And who's the Banter Club City? As Nightbot says, do not forget to give us a thumbs up, guys. There's only 9 people on, but get them thumbs out. Let's get it done. So yeah, since we're just chatting, I've been to Malaysia 3 or 4 times. I'm trying to remember now. We had one summer holidays where we were there for 5 weeks. I think 5 weeks. We got this service department in this hotel, huge service apartment for 5 weeks, and we stayed there. It was fantastic in KL. And then that was the summer. We went to Christmas before that for an engagement party. In that summer, we went for a wedding and for a datuk. Arman will know what a datuk is. It's like a lord. It was his daughter getting married. And then I went with my wife when my kids were young. And then we went to Singapore. I think we went up to Malaysia as well when my wife graduated from, anyway, a long time ago. Let's see, any more. So Atlanta in Group D with Liverpool. At least Liverpool will get a game now. Atlanta, one of the Olympiacos, so Porto, Man City, and Olympiacos. Let's get back to the footy, guys. So Porto, Man City, or Olympiacos. And let's be honest, Olympiacos. Is that where Yaya Toure went? Yaya Toure went to Olympiacos, didn't he? So, guys, I mean, this is as you couldn't ask for. Honestly, you couldn't ask for a better draw if you hand-picked the teams yourself. It's as good as it gets, guys. As good as it gets. See on Twitter what's going down. Yeah, people are very happy. People are very happy about this draw so far. There's some people who say they want a stronger group. What it is, I'm going to put this after winning FFP case UEFA are bending over backwards. In the Champions League draw, Porto, Olympiacos so far. I mean, as I said, you can't ask for better than that, can you guys? That's an Olympiacos. It's just, it gets better and better. Interim with Real Madrid and Shakhtar, that's not going to be easy. Lazio with Zenit and Dortmund, that's not going to be easy. Dynamo Kiev in with Juventus and Barcelona. And Salzburg with Atletico and Bayern. It's not bad. Pot 4, you know, could we get someone like Club Bruges? You know, all they need Bruges to make a full house. Full house. It's unbelievable. It's as good as it gets, guys. As good as it gets, I think. I don't think you can ask for better. Yeah. Oh. Let's see what you guys are here. You can't. Yeah, that's it. You know, after all the hassle we've had with them, since we bent them over backwards, they've been nice to us now. So, you know, can you imagine that? Look at United, Leipzig, and Paris Saint-Germain. Just think, we could have been in that group, guys. Potentially, if things had dropped a different way. City could have been with PSG and Leipzig. We could have been with Bayern and Salzburg. That'd have been hard. We could have been with Zenit and Lazio. Could have been worse, guys. You know, you got to take the good news whilst it's there. So Ilham, what you doing, buddy? Shall I get my Bahasa Malay? So, what else can I say? What else can I say to you? So this is for Ilham. Anda berasal dari mana? Anda berasal dari mana? Where are you from? Where are you from? This is to Ilham. Having said that, I don't know Indonesia the way I know Malaysia. So I can't really. Maybe I should shut up with my Bahasa Indonesian. Just to be honest, I'm going to wait for the last name to come out. They're going to have a break. I mean, we could even squeeze in the player ratings, but there's not. We could do the player ratings, but I think I'll save them for later. After the women's game, I'll do the player ratings. I think that's reasonable. It's not too late, 9:30. It is for me. Fella's back again. Tell you what. My house is really popular tonight. Don't know why. Are we going to have another 5-minute wait? Looks like it. Another 5-minute wait before the final teams are out. Even the BBC are bored. They're not updating. Tell you what, it's popular here tonight. So you got tough old group there. Group F: Zenit St. Petersburg, Lazio, and Borussia Dortmund. Champions League's forwards of the year: Robert Lewandowski, no big surprise, and Pernille Harder, who's at Wolfsburg last season. She's signed for Chelsea. Pernille Harder. So the women's league in England is getting tougher, much tougher. And Pernille, if you're watching the UEFA channel, Pernille is having a chat there. So let's have a look who's here. Tuck going past, absolutely Blue Chan. That fella's just coming again and again and again. You know, I wouldn't mind if you brought me some food. Too easy says you wouldn't get it. Let's do it now. Look, let's pull our finger out and give it a proper go. A proper go. If we'd got beat by Bayern Munich last season in the final or the semi-final, I'd have took that. Bayern Munich are a very good side, but getting knocked out by Lyon was more than a little bit embarrassing. More than a little bit. So back to Pernille Harder, still her videos up there. So just wait for the final group teams. And who do you want? So who have we got left? We've got Lokomotiv Moscow, Marseille, Club Bruges, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Istanbul Besiktasehir, Midtjylland, Rennes, and Ferencvaros. You might remember them from Hungary, aren't they? So very interesting to see who we're going to get. I mean, Marseille would be a tough one. So United can't get Marseille because they've already got PSG. Who would you want? Rennes, French team, half decent. If you've got Rennes, if you're allowed to go, I could go up to Rennes and watch that game. It's not too far. It's what, an hour and a half, 2 hours from me, I think. Bruges, I could probably go, but you can't get tickets to go. It'd be interesting. It really would be interesting if if the clubs in Europe allow you to go, but away fans aren't allowed. I mean, that could easily happen. You know, City could. Well, I think now in France, unfortunately, a lot of the stuff is crowds at sporting fixtures are gone now. You can't get crowds at hardly anywhere. I think they're putting new measures in as we speak. You know, most of the adult stuff. I just been to a drum class. You can do it one-on-one, but all the group classes for adults have gone. The group classes for kids, we suspect, are going to go on, by the weekend or next week. There's not going to be a lot going on, except people are still going to schools and people can still go to bars. The bars close at 10 o'clock. It's ridiculous. You know, I'll take Istanbul, says Hassan. Make it a little tougher. Man City, easy win. Yeah, I hope we do. Marseille says you wouldn't get it. That's too easy, says Hassan. See, Marseille wouldn't be too bad. I can still get to Marseille, but it's a further trip. You know, if it was me, I'd probably go for possibly going to a game is Club Bruges or Rennes. They're the easy ones for me to get to. I can get there within about 4 hours. Rennes I can probably do in about a couple. I think Rennes I've been to before in 2 hours, so that's okay. Istanbul, can't see myself going there. Mönchengladbach, I can get there. Just drive, but that's doable. Marseille's doable. Moscow ain't happening for me. Midtjylland ain't happening. Ferencvaros ain't happening. I'm not going to get a pass to drive to Ferencvaros, guys. By the way, I changed my name from Hassan Malik to 99 to Hassan. All right, Hassan, I'm going to try and keep up. Crystal, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Guys, give me those thumbs up before we get hammered by you know who. And we know why they're here. It's just to give us an hard time, guys. Just see. See what's going on. It is so slow. It's been 20 minutes and we've managed to have, pot 3 out. It's just so annoying. Come on, YouTube, sort yourself out. So it is. Oh God, we do this every year, guys. We do it every year. It is boring watching the Champions League draw, and that's why I didn't start at 5 o'clock because I knew how boring it was. 5 o'clock would just have been, just to waffle. I can waffle, but I couldn't waffle for. It's just pointless. So I come on about 40 minutes late. Idiots on BBC saying the seeding is odd. Zenit is a top seed. Zenit are a top seed. They won their league and they're considered in the top 8 leagues or whatever. Atlanta in the third pot because they haven't got the coefficient. That's how it works, Mr. Anon on the BBC. When's the player ratings? Player ratings will be after the women's games finish tonight, Faris. Hi, Faris. Hope you're well. Are the Lion fans? I don't know, Blue Chan. That's what I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see if it could be in some countries they allow them. Look, they had the Super Cup and they allowed the fans into Hungary. Was it 16,000 fans, 15 or 16,000? Thing is, everywhere it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and I don't think it's going to change. So, whereas they might have let people in, I can't see it happening now. You change from chief rating to this. Well, at least I remember who Blue Chand is. Wish we had a harder group, says DeAndre McFadden, so it could test our confidence, see what our defence is at. What time, Faris? I don't know. What time's women's game is 7:15, so I'm looking at around 9:15. If the 9:15, if the women's game will finish around 9 o'clock, if it starts at 7:15, so it'll finish around 9. So 9:15 is what I'm thinking. I've got an upload to do, but I suspect the player ratings won't be more than half an hour. We'll get them in, get them out, get them done. You wouldn't get, says Eduardo Camavinga is such a promising player. Why aren't we him? He's plus for Ren. Don't mind Ren now. To be honest, I don't know why we aren't. You know, there's all these young players that City are never in for. Here we go. Marseille with City. So Marseille are in City's group. At last, we've got a hard game. So Porto, let's get this up. Also, Marseille, Olympiacos, Marseille. If Marseille, they're due with a capital. I think I spelled it right. Oops, missed the L. You know what I mean, guys. I'll do that again. Porto. It's a bit of a bummer to have to type all this out again. Olympiacos, Marseille. I should have got that when it came up with the red line underneath. There we go. Lead some competition now. Let's just have a look at who else is coming out. Lokomotiv Moscow in Group A with Bayern, Atletico Salzburg, and Lokomotiv Moscow. It's going to still be hard work because you've got to go all the way to Moscow. It's a bit of a pain, but you'd obviously expect Bayern and Atletico to get through. Interesting one is Group B so far with Real Madrid, Shakhtar, and Inter. I think that's interesting. Which is your group of death? It's still at the moment Group H, Paris, Man United, and RB Leipzig. Juventus, Barcelona, Dynamo Kiev. That's going to be hard. Zenit, Dortmund, and Lazio. That's not easy either. Chelsea. I think Chelsea are probably quite happy to have Sevilla and Krasnodar. And Liverpool, probably very happy to have Ajax and an Atlanta side who are a little bit too open. Group F, we've got Club Brugge, who have joined Zenit, Dortmund, and Lazio. So, where did Marseille finish? In the top 3, Blue Chand. How does that sound? Because France have got 3 teams. So I think we finished second, didn't we? Last season in the Championnat de France. So, but they were obviously miles off PSG. So Marseille finished second with 56 points. PSG had 68. Marseille had 56. And Stade Rennes had 50. Stade Rennes only just squeezed into the Champions League spots. They were 1 point ahead of Lille. And that got them through. Lyon were very unhappy because they finished with 40 points after 28 games. And they just missed out on the Europa League. But no one was Lyon weren't going to get to the top 3. But anyway, Marseille averaged 2 points a game. It's not bad. You played 28 games. They won 16 and they lost 4. But in 28 games, only scored 41 goals. But then they only let in 29. So, but end of the day, they're a half decent side. No one is to be. You can't think any team's easy. You can't disrespect anybody. No Shakhtar, it's about time, guys. Let's look through the rest of this draw then. So Istanbul, Besak, Sehir are with Paris, Man United and Leipzig. And in Group E, we've just got Rennes, Stade Rennes, Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar and Stade Rennes. So that's a decent, but Chelsea will be, I think, extremely pleased, very content with their draw of getting Stade Rennes in there. I think they'll be more than chuffed. So who else we got? Just the 3 groups left, and only 3 teams, obviously. We've got Midtjylland, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Ferencvaros. So let's get Mönchengladbach in Group D with Liverpool. Come on, give them an hard time. Midtjylland have done well in the last few years. They've had a bit of money put in there. The guy who owns Midtjylland is the guy who owns Brentford, and they've done it on. He's a data guy. So Liverpool have got Midtjylland. So he's forgot his name now, but he made his money. I think on was it stock markets but using data to win. You know, to find the margins, find the errors or whatever you want to call them in the system, and make his money there. So there's only one club left now. So Mönchengladbach, what a group! Real Madrid, and Borussia Mönchengladbach. So that's the hardest group. Is still Group H, I reckon. Paris Saint-Germain, Man United, RB Leipzig, and Istanbul Besiktasehir. Ferencvaros are with Dynamo Kiev, Barcelona, and Juventus. So that's the draw, guys. Got to be honest, it's not bad for City, is it? We're dead chuffed. Right, guys, that's the lot. 40 minutes of the draw. And eventually we get it. Took 40 minutes. And you got to remember, I started 40 minutes late. So this is an hour and 20 minutes to get the draw done. It's ridiculous. I wish UEFA would do something about it. But anyway, that's what it is. I could probably squeeze the player ratings in now, but I'm going to save them till about 9:50, between 9:15 and 9:30. That's my plan. So Faris knows, everybody knows, but it'll be half an hour. That's it. Unless something big has happened for City in the next 3 or 4 hours. It's going to be about 30 minutes, I reckon. Guys, look after yourselves. Enjoy the draw. Porto, Man City, Olympiacos, and Marseille. Fantastic draw for City. Some people wanted it a little bit more difficult, make it obviously more of a challenge. But hey, it is what it is. Got to be happy with that. See you later, guys.